Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where we're working step by step through each of the ABRSM Theory grades. There are loads of resources available to help you on my website. If you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets. You can download those in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. And there's a page with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials there as well. You can also access information about the books that I have available. I've written How to Take Your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's an exam technique guide full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to best make use of the time when you're in the exam room. So if you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find it all there. If you can give me a like, that'd be really fab, and subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more in store, and now we're going to press on and continue the specimen paper at the back of the 2017 practice papers. So if you turn with me to page 16, we're going to carry on with question 4. I do suggest that you have a go of this on your own first of all. It's always best to try. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes. You'll learn better that way through those mistakes. I always suggest you always write in pencil, even in the exam, and then if you make a mistake, you can just erase it. And so we are answering the question 4, asking us to give the letter name of each of the notes marked with a little star. The first answer is given, so that's a help. We can work it out from there if all else fails. But also be aware that we're in bass clef. So let's have a go. So this one, we know that the lines go good boys deserve football, so that's an F. Good boys deserve, that's a D. Good boys deserve football always, that's an A. Now the spaces are all cows eat grass, just little ways of remembering that. So all cows, a C. All cows eat, that's an E. All cows eat grass, there's a G. Now here we have to work out from something that we know already. We know that's G because the poem, the little rhymes failed here. We've run out of spaces and lines. So we know that's a G, G, A, B, working in step, space, line, space. Or we can see, we know that's middle C with a little line through it. So we'll answer that. And then one below middle C is B. So you just have to work it out from a point that you're confident with. The second part of this question is just a little bit of observation. Give the time name, so we need to give the appropriate term to the shortest note in the melody. And the shortest note in the melody are these with two little beams, and they are semiquavers or 16th notes. Either one of those terms will be acceptable. There we go. So that's that one done. Let's move on to question 5. So we're asked to write next to each rest, write a note of the same value. So here we have a quaver with a dot or an 8th note rest with a dot, and so we need to show that in note form because it's just got the one tail. If it was a semiquaver, there'd be an extra little line there. If that was a 16th note. So here we have a 1 beat rest, and so a 1 beat note. We write it on the middle line, then we don't have to worry which way the stem goes, just the way they've done. That's our 1 beat note. This is a 2 beat note, not to be confused with this one. These two are quite easily confused. The 2 beat note sits on the middle line. Rest, sorry. So the 2 beat rest sits on the middle line, and so we need to put the 2 beat note, the equivalent in note form. Here we go. So as I was just saying, this is now the semiquaver or the 16th note. So we need to make sure there's 2 little tails now. So we just give a kick and then another one. This time there's no dot. Now here's the 4 beat rest, the semi-breve rest or the whole note rest. The way I remember that is the 4 beats rest is on the 4th line, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so that's a little reminder to work out between those two. So the 4 beat rest is on the 4th line. And then here we've got the same as this one but without the dot, so they've kind of given this one 4 as this is the half a beat rest. So we can copy that, but we just don't have the dot this time. There we go, that's that one completed. So let's turn over the page to page 17. And so we've now got a little bit of work to do with some scales. So first of all, we're asked to add the correct clef, and then we're asked to add any necessary accidentals to make the scales below. Do not use key signatures, we need to use accidentals. So first of all, the clef, well of course C major must begin and end on C. And that must be treble clef because here's middle C at the bottom of the treble, and also we know the space is spelled face, F-A-C. So for that to be accurate, we need to put the treble clef. If you put a bass clef, you'll be actually beginning and ending on note E, which isn't correct. Now C major we know has a key signature of nothing, and so we don't need any sharps or flats added as accidentals. That's already complete now. So let's look at the next one. So F major, for this to begin and end on F, we need this to be in the bass clef because we know it goes good boys deserve football. There's our F. And if this is G, good, one below G is F. So we must have that in bass clef to be accurate. Now we know that F major has a key signature of B flats. However, we're not asked for a key signature, we need to add that as an accidental. So F, G, A, B flat. Pop the flat before the note. You need to know before you play it, otherwise it's too late. So it becomes flat beforehand. Okie dokie. Let's press on. So then, question 7. Give the number of these harmonic intervals. Remember, harmonic interval is where they are played together. They sound together like a harmony. A melodic interval is where they come one after the other like a melody. They've given the intervals. We've just got to count them and number them. So the only way we can go wrong is if we forget to count the bottom note, the G of G major as 1. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, counting line, space, line, all the steps. If you forget to count 1 and just begin on the next one, you'll be of course a degree out. So let's have a go at that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's a fifth. So crack on and have a go of those and then we'll try them together. So let's press on. So this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the seventh. And if you think about it, we're going G, A, B, C, D, E, F. We're one off G, that whole octave there. G, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a fourth. Now G, A, next door notes, 1, 2. That's a second. This is still a harmonic interval, but we can't place them one on top of each other because they're so close together. If we place them one on top of each other, they're going to overlap, and so we have to squish them right next door like that. And then here we're going from G all the way to G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an octave. So that's 8 steps away. You could say eighth. So there we go then. Let's just go through this last one. We need to tick one box for each of the terms as shown in the first answer. So we've got a multiple choice to define this term here or symbol. So just keep your eyes peeled. Being multiple choice doesn't necessarily make it easier. So we can see here we've got this octave, and because the line is above, we know that's playing an octave higher. If the line was below, it would be performing an octave lower, so it needs to be performing an octave higher. Allegro, that means quick. There's no alternative but just to revise these. I always suggest that you group them in thematic order as you're revising rather than just keeping them alphabetical. It's just more helpful to group those in like groups. You could even colour code it, whatever it takes to help you. So let's have a go at this next one. Ritardando is gradually getting slower. F means forte, which is loud. So that's that one. Now be careful here, that isn't a slur because a slur is over different notes. This is a tie joining note head to note head on exactly the same pitch, and that means hold for the value of both of those notes. So just be careful with that one. And then here we have an accent. And that's that one complete. So I do hope that you're finding this helpful. If you can give me a like, that'd be really encouraging, and please do subscribe to my channel. There's lots more in store, and please do visit sharonbill.com and make use of all of the information there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.